Okay, just got back from the pool. That's one of the things with the villages in the afternoon on a hot day. Just head off to the pool. Now, it was a dual purpose attempt. I had to get the Recreation and Parks newspaper that comes out, I think it's every Thursday. Today's Friday. I had to get the next week to figure out what I'm going to do next week, which is the beauty of the villages. So, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about, I picked a golf cart. I honestly did. I picked a golf cart. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the process, and then I'll show you the cart. I know some of you don't care about the process. You already bought a cart. You're just going to stick to what I got, and you're going to go towards the... I won't take too long in summarizing this, but I want to help out those that need some helping out. Let me get this camera straight. All right, let's start from the beginning. As you all know, I've done some videos on golf carts, how to buy a golf cart, even though I hadn't bought a golf cart. It took me about a year, the whole process. And that's because I'm not full-time in the villages, as many of you know. But what I wanted to do is just tell you the real process. And I wasn't totally right in my other videos. I just want to make that clear. I learned more things in this round than I did when I did that video on how to purchase in the villages. And clearly I wasn't ready to purchase because it wasn't here enough to justify spending that amount of money on a golf cart. I could see renting carts, but not buying carts. It just didn't make sense to invest that amount of money going back and forth. Enough about that. So the process. 1, I didn't know if I wanted a used cart or new cart. Drive salespeople crazy. Number 2, I didn't know if I wanted an electric cart or a gas cart. Didn't have a clue. Electric carts. Tried out a Star cart, an Atlas cart. When I got here this year, my wife tried those 2 carts out, had her sit in it. As we talked about before, a person that's 4'11", the flip-up windshield, the seam is in her sight. And this cart's got to work for both of us. That really was something to make sure of. And she wanted a cart as bad as I did, if not more. So, she was looking at these carts and saying, okay, what are we really talking about? So the electric carts got eliminated, both because of that windshield, only because of the windshield. Now we did try a windshield that didn't have the flip up, so it would be permanently, maybe with some vents. In the summer, no, absolutely no. When it's 95 degrees every day, you got to have that down and the wind blowing on you. It's you just got to have it. So that eliminated 2. Now I'm going to tell you, the villages discount golf carts was very nice. Tried out the carts. The Atlas cart is a very nice cart. Comes in a couple of colors. Comes in a 2-seater or a 4-seater with this 3rd and 4th seat facing backwards, if that's okay with you. They are nice carts. I drove them. They're nice carts. They are got the battery power and the rest like the Star carts. Star carts are great carts. 2 issues that were on my mind. 1, I joined all the forums. The Star golf cart, Atlas. I joined Club Car, Yamaha. Every one of those Facebook pages I signed up for. I'm about to get rid of them all because I get inundated inundated with ads to buy a golf cart. And I just got to get rid of those. But I subscribed to those. And over the 6 months, I saw the issues with different ones. I really did. I saw how some had different problems and people were similar. I even looked at the Evolution cart, then now coming out with 2 front-facing seats for a lot less money, about half the price of a Yamaha or a club car that's situated like that. Those carts usually cost about $25,000. So for me, they were out. It's not, I don't have that many guests to justify a cart 25 to 30,000. I did a lot of videos. I looked at them. The Evolution comes in around 14,000. The problem with the Evolution cart, it's just not built to the same standards. Wires are hanging down when you actually look at them. The build quality is not as good as Club Car, Easy Go, Yamaha, just to name a few. The next issue was seat size. I'm not the smallest person. I wanted a comfortable seat, but I wanted one that fit. I wanted one that fit when 2 of us are in the cart. So I actually got a tape measure and measured seats from armrest to armrest. You would be surprised. Some are shorter than 40 inches, some are 40 inches, some are 41 and a half, and some are slightly even bigger. And you'd be surprised that when you're on a trip and whether you're hitting the other person driving, especially right-handed or whatever, I hit people. So size of the seat, not necessarily padding of the seat, not necessarily bucket seats. I wanted to be comfortable with whoever I was riding with. That really was important. And we picked out 2 types of bench seats with the Village's golf cart store. They were in between. They weren't like the bucket seats and they weren't the basic seats. And we picked out 2 and we started looking. And so our focus suddenly went from electric to gas, and it went to Yamaha. We tried out Easy Go. They're short. For me, I hit my head going into it. The roofs are lower. Did not like that. So process of elimination. Club car, every time we tried a club car and you asked about electric and how many miles, it was, you could play a couple of rounds of golf. That in the Villages, you're looking for miles. You got to be able to drive from one end to the other in a golf cart. You don't have to, but I want to have that ability. I want to be able to go to any restaurant in the northern section and come and make it back in a golf cart. And those just didn't seem to be quite there. And they sit a little higher, which means it's a bigger step. Shorter people, that doesn't really work. As you can see, I narrowed it down to Yamaha, not the electrics, and going with gas. Now, I learned something about when you buy refurbished and new. Now, new, think of it this way, and I'm going to use Yamaha because that's what I went with. They make golf carts for country clubs, and they make golf carts that are more for street use. They make 2 different ones. They take them from the golf course, and they want to call them reconditioned, whatever they want to call them. They put headlights on them. They do all of the things that are necessary for like the Villages, almost like a street legal. Now there is street legal, certain VIN numbers and not, and has to contain certain things. Like most places, to be a street legal, you got to have a windshield wiper. Let's not go into that though, but just imagine they make 2. So we tried out some reconditioned carts, headlights, all of that stuff. I just didn't like the feel, and it's probably because they've been used a lot. They didn't have the same as being brand new, the same springs, the shocks, that kind of thing. The other thing is that these reconditioned, sometimes golf carts, They're made for the golf course, and they're made to run at 15 miles an hour, 14, 15 miles an hour. So the dealers are juicing them up a little, unlike the ones that are made more for villages, that kind of thing. They're made to go 20 miles an hour. That's what the company's trying to make them for. They come with headlights. They have all of this stuff built into it already. Not all of the stuff that you want for the villages, like the canvas canopy to pull down and have the sides. But most of the stuff they do. They got the roof, headlights, all of those things are already configured from Yamaha. So I did find a big difference between the reconditioned ones, or remanufactured, or however they want to say it. But the price was only like $2,000 less. We looked at some from Villages Discount. Very nice people. You could get a golf cart for $13,000 or $14,000. That was, 2 or 3 years old, and you would be in that ballpark of a price, with the canopy, with some similar like bucket seats, or you could they had a more limited selection than the Villages, but they had some like bucket leather seats that are not the normal, that are standard seats. They had the standard seats, and then they had like, the higher end seats that you could get, the bucket seats. And those all add on to the cart. But we looked at some that had the nice bench seat, $13,000, $14,000, but the cart's 2 or 3 year. You're looking at a 2020, or a 2019. So you're into a little bit older carts. My wife almost wanted to buy one of those. She was just tired. It's hot, going from place to place. We even tried out the Villages Elite golf carts. I'll show a quick video in the corner here of a Yamaha front-facing seats. All this, there's a lot to this cart. The music, the whole thing. But you're talking a lot more money. So we ended up picking out 2 types of seats, 2 types of bench seats that we like, that fit us, felt comfortable. And then we started to look at inventory, because they were having a sale that $500 off any showroom model. Now, the Villages golf carts stores, there's 3 locations: Spanish Springs, Lake Sumter, and Brownwood. No, there's actually 4 locations. Those 3 plus Magnolia. We had a salesperson from a year ago that was very helpful. She showed us carts with the seats. We really didn't like any. And she showed us even a cart that she designed that had Villages balls, different like golf ball, tennis ball, pickleball. It was a design. We looked at another one that was a Red Sox. These boosted the price. Special paint, special design, all boosted the carts to about $18,000. Keep in mind, you got to add the tax, and the higher price this is, the higher the tax is. Plan on like $1,000 if you're at the $18,000. Plan on another $1,000 if you're under that. If you're lower than 15, you might be around $800. But keep in mind, there's a good tax that gets added on, and any extras you want. So we were looking around at all these carts, and we just couldn't pick one. We were really close to getting the one with the golf balls. It's a white and black golf cart. Looked really good. We liked it. Came really close, and then we were in Brownwood. Hot afternoon, went in there to cool off and just take another look, and we found our cart. It was a basic model. It was blue and yellow, and it had pretty much the basics. And when you did the discounts, it was about $13,800, lower than the reconditioned jobs we almost bought. This is brand new, no previous owner, 2023. And we said, we can always upgrade the seats later if that's what we want to do. But we could get this cart. We like the looks of it. We rent carts that have the same Yamaha seats. We're not complaining about those seats. So we said, let's get it. But there were two things that we needed to add. And I'll show those in the video. They were very minor things, but we added those. I know this has kind of gone on a little bit, but I think it's very helpful for those that are stuck in the... there's so many people that subscribe to my channel that have not bought a golf cart. And I get it. The price is high. And I did not want to spend that kind of money on a golf cart again that will be used on occasion. Now, I'll probably use it an awful lot when I'm full-time, but when I'm part-time, it's just not there. Now that I've had it, the Quiet Tech is quieter than my rental cart. It rides really nice. Yamaha has independent suspension. I made the right choice. Sometimes you just know you made the right choice. It's a golf cart that we got it for the right price. Looks nice. We're happy. It drives well. It's quiet. It's not like an electric cart. It still makes some noise. And I'm going to do a comparison of my rental cart noise level and the Quiet Tech 2023, just so people can hear the difference. But not bad. We took it out at night and wow, we were totally impressed because we were used to rental carts that have a lot more noise. So I hope that you find this video. Here it is. I drove down to Franklin, the rec center. I'm really out by Mickey Lee Golf Course, and I brought my camera to film it. Camera died. I ended up using my phone. So here's the video. Hope you enjoy it. Again, at the end, if you like more of these, like and subscribe. So here we are outside of the Franklin Recreation Center in Newell, the village of Newell. We're really right next to the Mickey Lee pitch and putt. But here is the cart. It is blue and yellow. It has the Quiet Tech Drive 2. It's 2023. You get the standard Yamaha cooler. I did add on the back here this grocery bag, which I'll show you a little bit further in the video. The inside of that, if you want to get that off Amazon, we knew that once we had picked this cart and we're going to pick it up, we knew we wanted one of those grocery bags. It again has the standard cup holder configuration without really any modification. If you look at the windshield, we got both the lower vents, or you can flip down the windshield to have the top half open. It comes with a 5-mile-an-hour bumper, the turn signals and everything. You get this speedometer that tells you how much fuel you have, as well as how fast you're going, and we'll show that a little later. I did have added on this feature. The green knob is a battery cutoff switch. It's a few extra dollars to get that. I wanted it because we're not always here. We're part-time in the villages, so I want to be able to shut the battery off. But it is a nice looking cart. The other item that we purchased for this golf cart is the gas pedal extender for my wife. When she drives it, you just clip this onto the gas pedal And there you go. It is a little dirty only because we got caught in a thunderstorm yesterday, and I probably should have taken a couple of minutes to wipe it off. Then you got your USB on each side, which is great for our phones. Let me show you this bag a little bit. I'm really impressed with this bag. I've only had it a day, but putting it on where the golf bags attach, you open it up. It's got some interior pockets to keep things separated. It zips and it is weatherproof. So you can see right here the brand on the back. If you're interested, you can go on Amazon and get one of those. But we like this cart, and let me show you what it looks like. Oh, this is the canvas, the hometown canvas, which we're happy with. You can buy an upgraded canvas if you're interested. The upgraded one, there's a hard outer side and some, I guess, easier snaps. But there it is. It's more of a basic cart. This is a standard mat that comes with it, as well as you get a garage mat for your garage to park it on. And I guess that's to help with you come in from a rainstorm and drips or whatever, it will catch that those wet spots and protect your garage if you've had it epoxied or treated or any of those things that some customers want. So let's take this for a quick ride so you can see the speedometer work. I don't know how important that is to most people. It's funny, at one golf cart place they asked, why do I need a speedometer? And he's probably correct. Over time, you're probably not going to glance at it. You're just going to hit the gas, go wherever you're going to go. But there it is. There's the speedometer. I'm heading out of the parking lot, and you can see the fuel gauge and the speed. Gives you some other date and time. It's a pretty nice standard speedometer that comes with the Villages as part of the Villages package. So it's a nice setup. You have also the original gauge that comes with this. If you were to buy straight from Yamaha, you'd only get that bottom fuel gauge that's down there. So if your speedometer ever went out, you could still check how much fuel you've got. You know, you got a good 250-mile range on a tank of fuel. So it is a nice feature. And we'll get one last shot here of the speedometer as we click off a few extra miles per hour, heading down Megason. And there I am. Oh boy, I hope you enjoyed that video. It came out pretty good. I like the looks of it. You know, everybody has their own taste. I like my two add-ons. You know, my wife's short, she had to have the pedal extender. And for me, I needed the battery cutoff switch, because when I'm gone, I don't want that battery to go dead. I want it to last as long as I can before I return back to the Villages. That made a lot of sense to me. The two items are less than $100, so that was easy. And the Villages did those before I took off with the cart, and I didn't have to go back and get it changed or adjusted or whatever. So it's great. Love the cart. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.